Pet World Insider, and Dogs Naturally magazine bring you a fresh look at a natural lifestyle for your dog. Join DNM TV as we share heartfelt insights to help your dog thrive.
This episode of DNM TV is sponsored by Natura Pets.
Welcome to DNM TV. I'm Robert, and I'm joined by Dana and Rodney. Rodney, I've got to tell you, one of the things I get asked a lot about is GMOs and their impact. That's a long story.
That is a massive story. God move over is the new expression that's going on right now. And you know what? There's a lot of conflicting research out there. People are saying that there's no problems. The other half of the camp saying there's actually big problems. You know, with GMO, unfortunately today, are we going to know answers? There are some big studies that are being conducted now, Robert, that are going to come out. But I can tell you my problems with GMO right now and what's happening. There was a study that was recently done in Canada, and that study was done by a company called the DDEL company. And they actually took a comparative of standard corn to genetically modified corn. And if you just want to put aside all the different nutritional values, because they were finding that regular whole corn that your grandmother would have had in her backyard many, many years ago, it was full of a spectrum of nutrients that today's corn is not. Keeping that aside, what they found in the corn today, which is very alarming, is the Roundup, the glyphosate that's being absorbed by that corn, and how much is in there. You know, 13 parts per million is what it said in one of the reports. At 0.1 parts per million, that's enough to cause organ damage in some of our pets. And you want to guess what the number one ingredient in pet food is today?
Corn.
Good old corn.
Yeah, and you know, and if your food doesn't contain corn, don't feel warm and fuzzy just yet. There can be soy in there and all sorts of other genetically modified ingredients. And you know, the problem with soy and with corn is that a lot of the ingredients that don't say soy or corn that are in your food actually contain soy and corn, and it's genetically modified, and it doesn't have to be on the label. You're going to get fooled.
Yeah, and there's even reports now by the World Health Organization that are putting warnings out there on GMO. And there's a lot of experts. Dr. Jean Dodds, in her latest book, Canine Nutrigenomics, had a huge chapter on it and the problems that are happening. So, you know, this is something that you really want to research and be careful as a pet owner.
Well, I mean, it does beg the question, what do I do if I want to avoid it?
Yeah, if you're a pet owner, this is something that could be, and even just the human being shopping for yourself and for your family, this is something you really want to be aware of. The only real way to avoid it, if you're worried about it, is you want to look for that label that says non-GMO. There's countries right now all over Europe and places that are either banning GMOs or having things that needed to be labels, because we need choices as consumers when we're trying to find these things. So the best piece of advice that I can give is start shopping organic. When you're buying it organic, make sure you're looking for that little seal that says organic and the little seal that says non-GMO, and even gluten-free if you can, which is a whole other topic. But this is really, Rob, the only way that you can avoid that.
Well, certainly controversial, a lot more to come. Look for some links and articles in our description area. Thanks for joining us here on DNM TV.
Yeah, they're not really.
Welcome between two fake plants.
Yeah, between the two fake plants.
Between the two fake plants. Okay.
I can't work with these amateurs.
Yeah,